Welcome to Headbooks, where we bring you quick summaries of great books. Today, we'll be diving into The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Let's start. Introduction. Eckhart Tolle begins with his personal experience of transformation, which came from a deep realization about the mind and the ego. He explains that living in constant anxiety and depression led him to question his very existence, culminating in a spiritual awakening. This experience forms the foundation of his teachings, which focus on the importance of living fully in the present moment and transcending the mind. Chapter 1. You are not your mind. Tolle explains that the greatest obstacle to enlightenment is identifying with the mind. Most people are trapped in their thoughts and mistakenly believe that their thinking defines them. He argues that true peace and enlightenment come from separating oneself from this constant stream of thoughts. Enlightenment is defined as the end of suffering, which happens when one transcends the mind and realizes their oneness with being, or the eternal essence of life. The first step toward this realization is watching the thinker, or becoming an observer of your own thoughts. This allows you to break free from compulsive thinking. Chapter 2. Consciousness, the Way Out of Pain. Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, which is the emotional pain accumulated over time from past experiences. Many people are unconsciously controlled by their pain body, which becomes reactivated in certain situations, causing them to relive past suffering. The only way to dissolve the pain body is through conscious awareness. By staying fully present and refusing to identify with the pain, you can prevent it from controlling your life. Fear and other negative emotions are rooted in the ego's identification with time past and future. Tolle urges the reader to shift their focus away from these and to live in the present, where true freedom lies. Chapter 3. Moving deeply into the now. Tolle argues that time is an illusion. Most people live either in the past, feeling regret, or in the future, feeling anxiety. The present moment, however, is all we ever truly have. He advises people to let go of psychological time by constantly bringing their attention back to the now. This can be done through practices such as focusing on one's breath, or becoming more aware of the body's inner energy field. By staying anchored in the present, individuals can end the delusion of time and free themselves from the suffering it causes. Chapter 4. Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now. Tolle explains the mind's tendency to distract us from the present moment through constant mental noise, judgments, and overthinking. He distinguishes between ordinary unconsciousness, the background noise of everyday mental chatter, and deep unconsciousness, when we are completely lost in our thoughts and emotions. To overcome these, Tolle encourages readers to bring full attention to every activity, no matter how mundane, as a way to stay grounded in the now. Chapter 5. The State of Presence. Presence is not a thought or a mental concept, but a state of being that arises when one fully inhabits the present moment. When one is present, their consciousness shifts from being controlled by the mind to a deeper awareness of life itself. Tolle touches on the spiritual dimension, suggesting that practices like stillness, silence, and deep contemplation are ways to access this deeper state of being. Chapter 6. The Inner Body. The body serves as a portal into the now. By focusing on the inner body, the subtle energy field that is constantly present, one can maintain a connection with the present moment. Tolle emphasizes the importance of being rooted in the body as a way to escape the dominance of the mind. By paying attention to sensations and breath, you stay grounded in reality. Chapter 7. Portals into the Unmanifested. Tolle speaks of accessing the unmanifested, which refers to the dimension of pure being, untouched by form, time, or thought. One can access it through silence, space, and other portals, such as dreamless sleep or moments of pure consciousness. Entering this state allows individuals to experience a deeper reality beyond the material world and the ego-driven mind. Chapter 8. Enlightened Relationships. Relationships can be a source of great spiritual growth if one remains present and avoids projecting past pain onto others. Many relationships are marked by conflict and addiction because they are ego-driven. Tolle suggests that true love and deep connection in relationships arise when both partners are fully present and not seeking completion in each other. He also discusses the pain body within relationships and how it can cause recurring conflicts unless both individuals are aware and conscious of its influence. Chapter 9. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, there is peace. True peace transcends both happiness and unhappiness. It comes from being fully anchored in the present moment, where one is no longer affected by the mind's judgments of good or bad. Impermanence is a central theme, as Tolle encourages readers to accept that all things in life, including emotions and life situations, are temporary. Chapter 10. The Meaning of Surrender. Tolle concludes by teaching the power of surrender, which means accepting each moment as it is without resistance. This doesn't mean passivity, but rather a deep inner acceptance of life as it unfolds. When one surrenders to the now, they access spiritual energy and become free from the mind's control. This surrender transforms suffering into peace and allows for greater harmony in relationships and with the world. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this summary, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. See you next time.